I've been thinking about this concept of how some people are really good at anticipating strategy in business. How well they look for niches and find the right niche and it explodes, or they find an opportunity, and how do they seem to magically know what's going to work and what doesn't work? The reality is they don't know all the time, but there are some people that are better at it than others. How do we do that? How do most of us sharpen those skills? Because it turns out that a lot of people are making bad decisions. 90% of businesses fail after 10 years. Only 4% of businesses that survive actually make it to $1 million a year of gross revenue. I have an idea that helps us actually build those skills for strategy and spotting the really good ideas and avoiding the bad ideas. So let's talk about portals. So go with me for a moment. Portals are actually an arch, a doorway, a picture frame, a window, something that you can see through to another place. When we're walking, we go through portals that might be an archway where it takes me from a porch to a patio or something like that. It's a place of transition for the eye and for the mind. Let's talk about business before we talk any more about portals. In business, we're always trying to figure out what are the opportunities and what are the dangers. And we want to see something that's not seeable yet. Imagine thinking down the street and around the corner. That's a strategy. That's very strategic thinking. But what gets in our way? In business, what gets in our way is doing all the daily tasks, being on the hamster wheel, thinking about people and thinking about the tasks. And we don't spend enough time thinking about the future and the strategies to get there. That's one thing that's really important in business. So how do portals actually apply to any of that? Well, it's all about noticing decisions and where they go. So those decisions in business that we make, they come all the time. There's opportunities. But you know what? It's amazing how many people don't see the opportunities. They go through life just busy on that hamster wheel, and you need to learn to exercise that gear inside your head to see what are the opportunities. And that's what portals do. They give us a really practical way of being able to say, what am I looking at in the world, and can I strengthen that muscle? So let me show you about portals a little bit more, and then we'll connect the two at the end. The thing about portals you need to understand is they're places that you go through. You don't stop there, you don't stay there. They're like an arch, a doorway. Even a window you look through is a portal. It frames the world and it allows you to see it. And that's important in business because so many things frame our perspective of business and opportunities and even problems. So we want to be thinking about those things because we want to become more observant to how do we spot them? How do we spot these transitions? How do we spot these options? And then how do we decide if they're ones we should take advantage of? It's the decision after the observation that's really critical. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about where are those portals that you're going through in your daily life? I guarantee you that if you start to do this and notice the changes and transitions and options in your world around you, you're going to start to see more of those symbolized in your business decisions and working with people and opportunities that come your way. Because it's amazing how often we miss opportunities because we're just not paying attention. Portals are the key to seeing the world a little differently, and we use them as an instrument to strengthen our ability to see opportunities in our business, avoid problems in our business. And every time you walk through an archway or a doorway or look through a window in the morning, I want you to think of this video, and then I want you to take a few minutes and think about the possibilities in your business that you didn't have time to before, because I think you're going to see some pretty amazing things.